CBS Sports thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League. Sports Central with Jim Hill. Next. You're watching Sports Central on CBS 2, sponsored by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa.
And hello again, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Sports Central Sunday. I'm Jim Hill, joined by Beto Duran. And Beto, I can't think of another year when we have seen as many crazy final regular season games as we have today.
And the way that it just ended right now, like, I didn't realize the camera was on. Sorry, director, producers. I was writing down notes of what's going to happen for next week. Week 18 was crazy, and it goes down to the final play in a lot of the games. We knew that there were so many different scenarios. It's just so crazy that could possibly happen. Some of those happen, and if your team is the one that gets into the playoffs because somebody else helped you, good for you. I know the social media is going crazy when people say, hey, man, I told you so. There's a lot of, I told you so, and a lot of, oh, no, what do we do right now?
And, you know, you talk about people watching, you know, people sitting on the edge of their seats, and can you imagine what the betting pool is like?
Oh, without a doubt. There were some games where you're like, maybe I shouldn't make that bet. And now there's some games like, yeah, I'm glad I make that bet, especially when you took them into overtime. But most importantly, though, Jim, this is for a professional football player getting to the playoffs. Mm-hmm. You want to say, forget the regular season, you just want to have a chance to dance. And some teams did that today, clinching it up until the last minute of the game.
There's a lot of joy in some locker rooms, and there's a lot of frustration, maybe even tears in another locker room.
Because there's so many opportunities, and if you look at the Rams, they went from having an opportunity to have home field advantage up until the championship game. Now they're only going to play in the wild card. That's a crazy game we're going to get into. You still have the Chargers and the Raiders coming up at 5:20. You have games this morning. I'm like, wait a minute, that game, what? How did this happen? I mean, we're going to get all for you right now. But if you're a player who's going to the playoffs, all that matters, and then the teams with the momentum, you've taught me this, careful with those guys.
That's right. You better believe it. Speaking of the Rams, you just got through talking about, that's where we will begin. The Rams who entered week number 18 with a chance to clinch the NFC Western Division Championship with a victory today against the 49ers. San Francisco, meanwhile, would secure their own postseason bid with a win today at SoFi Stadium. It was crazy.